Komangunenyun ale mi chamegen en utile mi boroindo age nokitetuan kibagenge en betutab raini betut noton nebo Jumamos noton nebo tarikit 18 arawet noton nebo tisab kenyitab 2026 ayani ale mi komie weekend nengun komiten komie itagat en logoiwek choton chekitetun en betutab raini producer nenyun ko noton Elvis Kibet Starlava kotoretige age chemtai itagat en logoichuton sigetaun tugul kibagenge kitaunen logoiwek chetinyegen age kogesome kondoige chebo bolotet ak ichek chemokyingen konyor boroinwek chebo kandoinatet en kenyitab 2027 komat koboisien neranik en or agetugul en ng'alek choton chetinyegen ak bolotet mising kasarta noton nekwakebaorionji ng'alek chetinyegen ak chemarget en komalo en komoswek choton chebo biikab bolotet chetesentai siasa chechwaget kong'ololi komwa sirindet neo en ministry nebo ripsetab kalyet en emet orit Dr. Raymond Omolo komwa kole mi komoswek chekikakoi koimutiet mising en ng'alek choton chebo rorunet nebo kalyet kobaten kiimuch kochutyi orit serikalitab President William Ruto noton nebo Kenya Kwanza kobun ministry nebo ripsetab kalyet nendochin Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen ak kimuch kikimit rorunetab kalyet en komoswek choton chekiakomuch koror kalyet. Kamwa Omolo kole en inguni kobo komonut en kandoik koker kole tegis neranik chemengechen ak kocheng oret nebo kipchulo neimuch konyorchinengei ichek kelchin. Koib kasaraton Omolo kosom kandoik tugul koker kole katoret neranik choton konyor kibandok mising kasarta noton kitokyingei lewenisiet neo nebo kenyitab 2027 en kong'ong kole noton newendi kotoret neranik choton kokwai kandoik choton cheimuch kotoret ichek en boisionik chebo bandab tai.
As I conclude, we have had a challenge on security, particularly that involves our young people. And every opportunity, and I want to appeal to the leadership here, that let's not use our young people to settle our political scores, things that will lead to loss of lives, destruction of property. And to the young people, I want to challenge and encourage you not to be allowed or not to allow yourself to be used by any leader. And if there is a leader that you don't like, please keep away from their functions. Wait for the one that you like, attend their functions. If you don't like them, you can go about your business and do many, many other things. That President Ruto has made it possible for areas that it wasn't easy to access identification documents to be able to do so. And as a ministry, we are executing those directives without fear, without favor, or without any discrimination. And it's interesting that when you try to make comparisons, a county like Garissa, in every 10 adults, 6 do not have any identification, do not have voters card. It means that even when the government is planning for the country, the people of Garissa are disenfranchised. In this region, 3 out of every 10 adults, actually 4, do not have identification, do not have a voter's card. These are some of the things that President Ruto is correcting, and this is how you sawazisha the country. And as the people who have the opportunity to serve under President Ruto, we have no fear to continue and support His Excellency in the delivery and in the transformation that this country is seeing under his leadership.
Yegistoengei logoiwechon ketokyinigei agoi county nebo Bomet ole kandochi en betutab raini minister en ministry nebo tililindo Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen. Betut noton nebo igorto nebo keboiboenchi akobo tiemutik chebo boror ak boisionik chekikoyai komie sukulit noton nebo murenik nebo Tenok Boys High School nemiten en county nebo Bomet. Bitunoni kasarta ne sukulit nebo Tenok Boys High School agenge en sukulishek cheyoe komie en emetab Kenya ole kotingen ak kandoik chechang koboiboenjin tetutik choton chekobit en sukulit noton. Enoni ko igorto kora netetat kikoito pasisiek koityi sukulit noton pasisiek 2 chekibendi keboisien ole sukulit nebo Tenok Boys High School noton nebo mbiret nebo kiptulit kotetat ko ikichek chebendi agoi ureriet noton nebo national netetat keyai en Thika ole ichek ko kiibelis kobel timishek cheterchin en Rift Valley akikochi ichek koik champions chebo Rift Valley en ngalek chetinyegei ak kiptulit. En kwenutab kandoik chemiten igoroton koboto seneta nebo county nebo Bomet noton ko wakili Hilary Sigei, MP nebo Bomet Central noton ko Richard Kilel. En kwenutab kandoik alak cheboto nekisirit neo en naat Wilson Sosion ak kandoik alak chemiten en igoraton. Yekistoen logoiwek chetinyegei ak ngalek choton chebo boiboiyet noton nebo keboiboenchi walutik chekororon en sukulit nebo Tenwek Boys High School, ketokchinigei logoiwek alak kole kakomongei neo nebo kiboitinik en emoni noton ko Felix Koskei akosome biikab emet chetinye kibandok akotomo kotil kura koker kole katil kura mising asikomuch kokwai kandoik choton chemokyingei ichek lewenisiet neo nebo kenyitab 2027. Kong'ololi ine komwa kole chang kibandok chetomo keib en komoswek cheterchin ako mi biik chetomo kotil kura. Ole noni ko agenge en imandab icheket koker kole tinye kibandok ak kura sikomuch kokwai kandoik choton cheker kole tinye maket nemie nebo koyochi ichek boisionik. Bitunoni betusiek tuten kityo yetab komong'en alak en biikab emet akosome neranik koker kole katil kura asiketokyigei yoton lewenisiet nebo kenyitab 2027 komuch ichek kokwai kandoik choton chemokotin konyor kecherok. En komalo kokimuch komwa President William Ruto kole en Rift Valley kotogu komi komoswek choton chetomo kotil kura ole kimoche ichek koik agenge en ichek chebendi kokwai kandoik choton chetinye maket nemie nebo kondochi emoni neboto kekwai President William Ruto koik president tamitab oeng en kandoinatenyin nebo emoni.
Komoche kityo asom ale koro oleu emet akakomwochin boryoni kabisa komelen takobo nacham kemwoe kele takobo lel koromni akomoche kosir chebo ketunyi koamach konyindo ilotek inendet komatong'et osisye ngolomi ongen tuguk chekiyoe ongen karik chekiboisien ngo chi tugul kakitekemwa gavana moche chi tugul konai chitab kokwenyin ak eriainyin kot konai korik tugul kwakonai kole lagokab kainda tugul kong'ete boiyot akoi lakwet neming'in chekikoit kenyisiek 18 kokikotil kibandet anan kotomo asikotil tugul akobokotil kurayat biik tugul kot komong'et akot agenge yoto ole ketoune ak kele Nandi ak kalenjin mzima makoro amut ngalen koro takemwowok kwasitun kekonsilen nambaisiek chemong'une kainin ko lazima keyai kasit nakamwa ako mami biik alak chetorchingei bichoto mogen ole oo kibendi ab Bulosia kibendi ano acheket chekimitai ilugoni acheket wenyewe chetuitos karik akicheket kot ko ngoite yo kingen kele kaketerter koit chun anyun nyokonyite akelande so ngone chi tugul kole acheket chekimitai ing bari kibendi kot kowek nekonyitot president acheket wenyewe chetuitos karik akicheket kot ko ngoite yo kingen kele kaketerter koit chun anyun nyokonyite akelande so ngone chi tugul kole acheket chekimitai ing bari kibendi kot kowek nekonyitot president.
Yekiistan keluichon kokakomongen seneta nekikitoror en county nebo Baringo Jackson Koskei akosom kandoik choton chemi kecherok en nguni oker ole koikochi tekisto neo kandoik chekikwai president William Ruto en inoni nekong'ong kole chang kandoik chematinye tekisto kasarta noton netesetai ak siasa chechwaket chebo kenyitab 2027. Kamwa Koskei kole kandoik chekikwai president William Ruto kokitingen ine kayanet kole bendi koyoe boisionik ole kakwong amune sien kandoik alak chemiten kecherok chekikikwai biikab emet kecherok choton chebo bolotet komakoi kotekis kandoik choton chekikikwai ichek. Kong'ong Koskei kole en komalo kochang kandoik chekokomongen akong'alal ng'alalutik choton chemobo tekisto en kandoik ichek chekikikochi boroinwek en nguni. Ni kasarta ne en komalo kikimuch keborionji ng'alalutik chemokororon mising en county nebo Nakuru koting'en ak ng'usetab kee nekikiborionji kasarta nekimiten toretet nebo neranik ak kwonyik en komosta nebo Nakuru ole kamwa Koskei kole inoni ko agenge en boroinwek chenyolu komite tekisto en kwenutab kandoik choton chekikikwai ak chekikochi boroindo president William Ruto mising sikimuch kikoi boroindo president konyor kasarta nekararan nebo kosom kecheret nebo koik president tamitab oeng en emetab Kenya.
Ngamwoch bororioni en ole boch ngekonyitgei biikab Kalenjin ak kekonyit kiboitinik chep serikali chumito chekikweiwech arap Ruto. Ngi president ngekonyit murenchu ak kwonyik chemi office. Mewe neit ofisitab PS ile ingen ile kiyonin karon iyon nebo komet mengen ile murenet age nemi konyi tairo inai ile kikwe president nebo Kenya itegis amu arap Ruto nemi yoto toben graonit nemi yoto metangoenchi asome Kalenjin ongekosyine katun komi kirwoget en Kipkelios akonin ko kimi korot age nekikuren arap Tapkoyo nengotebie kolen komengen koringei koringringenen kapkelien ak met konai sokiekab mwam kiboto bisto biikab Kalenjin mele ng'ololi chobo limek okose limek kole mwoe tugun okot chelen kwalen lang'at achek ko kikiptakoren akot yo kimache kelen achek kakitebei akelen kakip kesingilda en yo komwoe korotwo alak kole ipkichokorortoi komwoe kutin maninyono akase ko betusiechu ngeng'ololi ketesyini ng'alechoto koking'et weri arap Tapkoyo kou nemach koleblet kole okwomin ko ngotebie koringringeni borto kochee tuguk chemakiyoni yakai en oldab toek kotunas kotebi ng'weny kirwoget kitebi ng'weny koteb kirwogindet kole mian arap Tapkoyo keloroni kole olein kotobot konam kabatebi ng'weny amu mi chepkamet tuyet benyo iringringenjech sokokasin chepkomet iloglogoni en olo kale Kalenjin kibendi election 2027 olechin arap Tapkoyo kotebi ng'weny konam kabatebi ng'weny kale ne Kalenjin omi kokasi kale obolechin arap Tapkoyo kotebi ng'weny konam ne kabateb ng'weny bas obotel kura Momagenge lagoi cho simyoti ngap ko wacha ko kawe kai nyo kolya ko waga tage ko labat ko tap toy kosubo ko talak bunyo na mengen kole bunyo momagenge. Chomege ko tap kolenjin kongete Transmara nin kipsigis nin kogerio. Ore tabarabarta ya karam ngeno. Kararan emet kimi kibagenge lakini ole nyarap tap ko yo ko tebi ngwony konam kabatep ngwony. Felix Arap Koske isibi nyoru laitoriat ko kinyoru tugul lakini amuye yeunyi nebo tai wileji ngokikas ngalekab amut lakini muren kingen akileji achek biikab kolenjin komabore kotet nebo batai.
Yekiistoenge logoichon ko kasarta nekokeboruonji ng'alek choton chetinyegen ak nyasutikab oret en emoni ko kakesome ketikab karisiek koker kole koisib ng'atutik choton chekikinde asikeker kele kabosok ng'alek choton chetinyegen ak nyasutikab oret. Kong'ololi komwa county commissioner nebo Kisumu noton ko Mohamed Ramadhan ak president noton nebo Matatu Owners Association kasarta nekokiyai tuyet en county nebo Kisumu kesom ketikab karisiek koker kole koisib ng'atutik asikeistoenge nyasutik choton chemokororon missing chekimuche keistoenge. Kamwa Mohamud kole en nguni komi biik chemoisibi ng'atutik kasarta noton netesetai ak boisionikwak choton chekweri karisiekwak ole bendi kosibi ng'atutik choton kasarta nekorik ile miten afisaek choton chebo police. Kotingen ak president noton nebo Matatu Owners Association komwoe kole namege eun kibagenge noton ak afisaek chebo serikali sikeker kakikochi kerkong'et ichek chemoisibi ng'atutik choton chenyolu kisib kasarta netesetai ak mung'arenywan nebo matatu.
Sisi tuko hapa kwa lengo hasa kubwa kuhakikisha kwamba tunaendeleza kampeni ya usalama barabarani ambao ni jambo la msingi mkubwa katika maisha ya binadamu, kwa sababu usafiri ni jambo la kawaida, ni jambo la kila siku. Wakenya lazima wasafiri kutoka eneo moja hadi lingine. Kwa hivyo tunahakikisha kwamba usalama unadumishwa barabarani ili kuzuia maafa yale ambayo yalikuwa yakifanyika hapo mbeleni. Na tunahimiza pia wale abiria mara nyingi wanapokatika kuwa vyombo vya usafiri hata wao waweze kuzingatia wanapoona kwamba dereva anaendesha gari kwa mwendo wa kasi sana ama dereva anakiuka sheria za barabara, waweze kumweleza, na hali kadhalika watakapofika katika sehemu ama eneo lolote ambalo kuna maafisa wa trafiki waweze kuwajulisha mara moja ili hatua iweze kuchukuliwa dereva huyo.
Association and the association is working very closely with the national government and the county government and even the county commissioner's office. That right now we are in Kisumu and we came here to look for the issue of the road safety. I came with Matatu personally to find out what is happening on our roads from Nairobi all the way to Kisumu, and I've seen some discipline within the traffic police whereby they are following the rules. There is no corruption, and we've seen the driver I was coming with. I tried to talk to him and he said that wherever they are supposed to go with a speed of 40 or 50, they are adhering to the rule. So we want to urge all our drivers countrywide to make sure that they obey the traffic rules and make sure that the discipline is adhered to, because without that discipline we cannot make a government stick to the rule. So we want to urge all our drivers countrywide to make sure that they obey the traffic rules and make sure that the discipline is adhered to, because without that discipline we cannot make a government to work. And going forward, we want to urge the national government to really support the traffic policemen, because wherever they are doing a very wonderful job. We want to make sure that we change the country, the way we do things. We are traffic policemen, because wherever they are doing a very wonderful job. We want to make sure that we change the country.
Kaumonge sirindet neo en ministry noton nebo legut anan treasury noton ko Dr. Chris Kipto age kokone kurset noton nebo konai biikab emet kole tesetai komie economy nebo emoni mising kasarta noton nekikikochi boroindo President William Ruto koik president nebo emetab Kenya. Kong'ololi Chris komwa kole kasarta nekiibe kandoinatet President William Ruto ko en economy nebo emoni ko kimi ng'wony mising kobaten en nguni en serikalit noton nebo President William Ruto nebo Kenya Kwanza ko kikoyai komie ng'alek choton chetinyegei ak economy. Kawekyi kongoi Chris Kiptoo President William Ruto en kakwautik choton chekiib asikeker kele kakimuch kikimit ng'alek choton chebo kekanapta ng'alekab uchumi en emetab Kenya. En nguni komiten kenyitab 4 President William Ruto ole kamwa Kiptoo kole boiboiyet neo en biikab emet kasarta newendi barak uchumi nebo emoni ole kong'ong kole chi age tugul en nguni kotesetai komie kobaurionjin yautik chemiachen chebo President Ruto en ng'alek choton chetinyegei ak uchumi noton nebo emetab Kenya.
There's a lot of interest by the rest of the world to come to for people to come to Kenya, and people are paying attention. So if you look at the numbers, we're already seeing a lot of tourism coming in. But I also want to say we have done a lot of work to negotiate for markets. We have EU, we have AGOA, we have China. I think we need to take advantage of those opportunities. I believe we're working hard to stabilize our economy. We have faced challenges before. Most of them are external to us. I think in 2022, some of us when we came in, we had lacked the effects of COVID-19, and we also had Russia-Ukraine war. Those external factors manifested in a very big way, so that domestic prices went up, and we saw inflation go up to almost 9%. Russia-Ukraine war. Those external factors manifested in a very big way, so that domestic prices went up, and we saw inflation go up to almost 9.6%, and we also saw our shilling being under a lot of pressure. It started weakening, and we also had a number of challenges even in money. And we also had a pressure. It started weakening, and we also had a lot of pressure. It started weakening, and we also had a number of challenges even in managing our debt.
Yekistoengei logoiwechon choton chetinyegei ak ng'alek choton chebo uchumi nebo emetab Kenya ko kakomong'en kandoik chebo Kenya Kwanza ak kosom biik chebo cherongo nebo emoni anan Western koker kole kasapoten kandoinatet nebo President William Ruto mising kasarta noton nekitokyingei lewenisiet neo nebo kenyitab 2027. Kondochin netoretindet nebo President William Ruto noton ko Kibet kokamwa kole kokoyapta boisionik chechang President William Ruto en emoni kasarta noton nekikikochi nafas nebo koik president ole en nguni kotokyingei en emoni koboiboenchi kenyisiek 4 kotab kikochi boroindo President William Ruto. Kamwa kandoik choton kole chang boisionik chekokeboiboenchi en emet komugul mising komoswek choton chekimaimuch kokochi kosibet President Ruto ole kamwa Kibet kole President komatinye kalotunet age tugul en pchetaetab boisionik en emetab Kenya. Tokyingei en emoni lewenisiet neo nebo kenyitab 2027 ole kamwa kole bo komonut mising en biikab emoni koker akot boisionik choton chekokoyai President William Ruto.
Sisi tumeona rais ambaye amemaliza ubaguzi Kenya ni William Ruto, na ndiyo maana amesema vile barabara zinajengwa kule pwani zijengwe hapa Hamisi, vile soko inajengwa kule Mount Kenya ijengwe hapa Hamisi, vile Kibet inajengwa hostel kule zijengwe pia hapa.
William Ruto Kimose aendelee. Hebu nione kwa mkono kama mmeamua. Hebu nione kwa mkono. Hebu nione kwa mkono. Mimi nataka tuimbe na watu hapa. Tuimbe na nyinyi. Alafu tuanze ngoma. Tuwafanyie maendeleo. Mnataka maendeleo ama fitina? Mnataka maendeleo? Wakabila washindwe? Hebu watu niwaulize watu ya Hamisi. Ati hao wakora ati hawa wakora wanasherekea kiti moja. Nyinyi mwambie hawa ng'oo. Hawa wakora washindwe ama wasishindwe? Waende wasiende? Wakabila waende? Hebu mnionyeshe kwa mkono kama nyinyi mnasema tuendelee na nyinyi. Hey.
Betut agenge kityo yetabe kowonge lewenisiet nemingin nebo Olkalau kokakomongke ne Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi akosome biikab emet komat kobor kaiweisiet age tugul anan komat konyor kaiweisiet age tugul kotinygei walutik chekokibourenji en komosoton ole kokimuch kibel chamait noton nebo UDA nendochin President William Ruto. Kamwa Mudavadi kole lewenisiet noton nemingin nekokiyai en Olkalau komoiboru en or age tugul lewenisiet neo nebo kenyitab 2027 ole kamwa kole en lewenisiosiek chemengechen chekokeyai cheitito 10 kokobelis chamait noton nebo Kenya Kwanza ak katuiyetabgei nebo broad based government ole kabelisiet noton nebo chamait nebo DCP en Olkalau kobo kabelisiet netai en chamait noton. Kamwa Mudavadi kole manyolu konyor kaiweisiet age tugul biikab emet en kasarta noton nekokiwo lewenisionoton ole kamwa kole inoni koboru kele mi komie kibagengeit noton nebo IEBC en lewenisiet neo nebo kenyitab 2027 ole kasom Mudavadi biikab emet koker kole kaikochi tiet serkalit nebo Kenya Kwanza ak katuiyetabgei noton nebo broad based government missing kasarta noton netetat keleweni President William Ruto konyor nafas nebo oeng ko president nebo emoni.
Na wale wanasema this is an election in one constituency is normal, a by-election. We've had about 10 by-elections. 10 by-elections. How many has UDA won? How many has ODM won? And how many have the other parties won? These are by-elections. Sio kitu ya kutisha mtu. Kama umetishika bwana wewe toka hapa. Have courage. Yeah? Sisi ni wa Kenya na haya maneno between now and 2027 there's a time ya kufanya campaign. The government is there to work for the people of Kenya. The president is serving the people of Kenya. He'll continue to do so. He has done so before, and I want to assure you that he is going to lead us until 2032. This is a message that you should not even bother to get into your head. Democracy is our way of life.
Yekistoengei logoichon kokakomongen kondoigei chebo chamait nebo ODM kondochin ministra en ministry nebo kimnotosiek Opiyo Wandayi, governor nebo Homa Bay Gladys Wanga ak senator nebo Siaya Oburu Odinga akomwa kole tesetai kong'etu chamainoton en katuiyetabgei nebo broad based government ak kokochi tiet serkalit nebo President Ruto en lewenisiet neo nenyone nebo kenyitab 2027. Kotinygei ako Opiyo komwoe kole tetutik choton chekokoyai serkali missing kasarta nekikikochi President Ruto koik president nebo emoni kokokebouronji en komoswek cheterchin chebo emoni missing kasarta noton nebo letaetab sitimok en komoswek cheterchin noton nenaat ko last mile connectivity ole kotinygei ak Gladys Wanga komwoe kole tilyandit nemie nebo serkalisiek chebo counties ak national kokokobor logoek chemiach ole noton neyoe ichek koker kole koikochi tiet serkalitab President Ruto. Age Oburu Odinga kokoikochi kerkong'et kandoindet noton nebo chamait nebo DCP komat kobor boiboiyet neo mising kotinygei ak lewenisiet noton nekokiyai en Olkalau ole kamwa kole bo komonutiet mising ngeker kele kakikimit ng'alekab tilyandit ak ripsetab kalyet en emet mising kasarta noton nekitokyingei lewenisiet neo nebo kenyitab 2027.
Take chances. We have chosen, consciously so, to rally behind His Excellency the President. Not just because I am a cabinet secretary, no. It is because that is the right thing to do. And that is what Baba Raila Amolo Odinga told us to do before he left us. So as his true and loyal soldiers, we have a moral obligation to continue in the path that Baba showed us. Okamano. Sisi lazima tufuate ile barabara Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga alituonyesha kabla age duniani.
Supporting the broad-based government, we are clear in our minds. Because the other day, I heard Gachagua saying that the reason he left President Ruto is because President Ruto started to speak to Raila Amolo Odinga and the ODM party. That is the point at which he left. But because we are so bad, he cannot sit in a...
We need peace, and we don't want our friends to be annoyed all the time. When you see Gachagua, he is always in a fighting mood. He is in a fighting mood as if something is gone wrong. But he has now won an election. When he has won an election, we congratulate him. But he appears to be still annoyed that, the election was to be stolen. Stolen by who? You have already won the elections, and the IEBC has proved that it can conduct an election with some independence and some impartiality. And the election now is over. So Gachagua, keep your peace.
Chapolenjin logoiwek choton chebunu chamait nebo ODM kunoton nekakoit let en logoiwek choton chokitetun en betutab raini betut nebo Jumamos nebo tarikit 18 arawet noton nebo 7 2026. Producer nenyun konoton Elvis Bate nekomiten kamera ko Chemutai. Amakun kit age tugul mie weekend nekararan nebo Jumamos. Kikurenon Kibet Korir.